Okay. Well, like I said, this happened in 2005. You had been with Diddy for 2 years at this point. Leading up to this, had you seen any sort of violent altercations from Diddy?
I seen him get into arguments. I seen one altercation. It was a young lady, I believe her name was Erica.
Okay.
And that was his girlfriend at the time. I seen them get into one big fight. At this time, I'm basically rather new, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't step into the situation, but the situation also didn't escalate to stomping out or beating up. It was basically an argument that turned into a smack, and then they went upstairs.
So he smacked her in the face?
Yes.
Open hand?
It wasn't closed hand. Yeah, it was open hand.
Okay, how did she react when she got smacked?
Nah, she was very timid, and she worked for Sean John. So being that she worked there, it was but so much she could do. And they was together for quite a while.
Now, this was the first situation that you knew about between Kim Porter and Diddy, but it was not the last.
Right, it wasn't the last.
How many fights did you see, physical fights, did you see between Kim Porter and Puffy?
I seen 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the first one?
That was the first one.
Name me the other 2.
The other 2 was one time when we went to Kim's house and Puff was banging on the door. The rumors were that she was inside with a guy and he was like, yo, we not leaving here until I get in this house. And I was like, yo, it's 12 o'clock at night, Puff, what are we doing? He was like, yo, she's in the house. So about 1:30, 2 o'clock, I looked at him and said, yo, we gonna get locked up sitting outside. Because we was in Toluca Lake.
Yeah.
And he was going around to every window trying to get in and everything else. So the next day when they got together, they went into the room and I heard some tussling and stuff like that. I didn't actually see what was going on, see what was happening. And then it was another time that I explained earlier that we were at the Beverly Hills Hotel. What type of argument they got into, I don't know. But he said, yo, get out the car, Barnes. And I got out the car. And next thing I knew, I seen the car rumbling, shaking, this, that, and the other. So then I opened up the door and said, yo, we in front of the Beverly Hills Hotel. So then Kim got out the car, she fixed her hair, and she said, yeah, like I said, she said, I want to explain. Put your hands on me again, and you're going to have to explain this scratch that I'm about to put on your face. And Kim knew how to, Kim got to the point where she wasn't going for it. She wasn't having it. She knew that if she at least fought back, that it was a chance that she could leave a mark on him. And if she left a mark on him, he had a lot of explaining to do of what that mark was about. So by her saying that, it would check him and put him back into his place like, yeah, I can't do that to her, you know?
Now, wasn't there a story that Kim had cut the inside of Puffy's arm or there's an artery that was bleeding or something like that?
Yeah, that's on the wrist, but that was when Gene was there. That wasn't when I was there. But the rumors and the scar is there, but I never knew what it was from.
So you saw the scar on his wrist. Okay, but this was a Gene Deal story.
Yes.
Got it. And I guess Kim stayed because she knew, eventually, once she had 3, technically 4 kids with Puffy, because the first son was technically adopted by Puff. And if she ever decided to leave, it's like, what, $30,000 a month? She would just basically be making a bunch of money anyways, so she wasn't really tripping, or?
It was, I'm going to tell you a story. It was a time, I used to carry all the money, right, in the Louis Vuitton bag. That was Puff's personal bag, and I would carry it all the time. And it was one time that we was in the LA house, and I guess Puff pulled out the money without remembering that he left condoms inside the bag. So when he's showing his money, I guess the condoms came out. And the next thing I heard was, Bonds, pick up the phone. So I pick up the PA system, yo, come to my room. And he said, yo, would you tell Kim that you carry the bag and you carry the money all the time? I said, yeah, so would you tell Kim this is your condoms inside of it? I said, damn, Puff, I left the condoms in the bag, my fault. I said, I'm sorry, Kim. And she just looked at me with a funny look. You know what I'm saying? And then I went out, I walked out the room, and Kim came about 5 minutes later. And she said, Barnes, both of you motherfuckers gonna go to hell. I said, what you talking about, Kim? So she said, both of y'all gonna go to hell. She said, I know that ain't your motherfucking condoms in that bag. And she distinctly said to me, she said, I go for this shit because I will allow it. She said, remember, I got 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And then about 3 minutes later, Puff seen that she was talking to me. He said, yo, what she say? I said, she said she go for this shit because whenever she get tired of it, she wants you to know she got 4 of them. I said, what she mean by that? He said, yeah, she damn sure do got 4. And then that's when I officially knew that Puff had adopted Quincy because I counted on my fingers. I said, the twins, Christian, I said, oh, he must got legal custody of Quincy. Mm-hmm. So that's what she meant. She had 4 of them.